Ignore this one. Why? This is the old service tax, 1975 to March 2015, old service tax. The old service tax regime, very, very confusing one. Yeah? Hotel. The hotel got more than 25 rooms or not? Yeah? Restaurant, is it outside the hotel or inside the hotel? The new service tax, don't bother. Hotel is hotel. Restaurant is restaurant. Yeah? Who cares whether it's inside or outside? Yeah? So let's concentrate on what are the taxable services. Yeah? Now, all this grouping, yeah, is the grouping that the custom have actually put in under the regulation. Yeah? That means all these services have different grouping. Yeah? Different grouping. And the grouping is important for you to determine the 500,000 threshold. If your services is under the same grouping, the 500,000 will be determined based on that grouping. I will highlight that to you afterwards. Yeah? But let's start off with what are the taxable services. The first one, accommodation. Accommodation. Hotel, inns, lodging house, service apartment, homestay, and other similar establishment. So what is the threshold for accommodation? 500,000. 500,000. Yeah? And take note, all services including sale of food, drinks, and tobacco product. So whether all services by the hotel. Hotel provide what services? Room, that's for sure. But in the hotel also got restaurant, what? Selling foods, what? Yeah, drinks, what? Right? So all those services would be subject to. Yeah? Part of the hotel, subject to. Yeah? Now, second group, yeah, group B. Group B would be operator of restaurant, bar, snack bar, canteen, coffee house, or any place which provide food and drinks. Yeah? So that would include what? Eat in or take away. Eat in or take away. Whether you eat in or you take away. You go McDonald's, you take away also what? Right? You may not eat in, you take away. Take away also subject to. Yeah? So no difference whether you eat in or take away. But, however, exclude canteen, in education institution, or operated by religious institution or body. So canteen in colleges, university, no service tax. Exclude. Yeah, exclude. What else? Caterer, food court, operator, also subject to service tax. Yeah? In fact, I don't know why they didn't mention. In fact, this includes hawker as well. Hawker also sell food. What? Yeah? But take note, provided the hawker annual turnover is more than 1 million lah. Yeah? That means the hawker food must be very famous lah. Yeah? Everyone line up one. Then only turnover more than 1 million. Yeah? Subject to service tax as well. Yeah? Now, take note. This custom have issued a guide on this already. Yeah? And this guide is very useful because why? Before the guide is issued, there was some issue on this. Why? Example, you go petrol station. Petronas or Shell. Nowadays, petrol station don't only sell goods to you. Petrol station also serve food one. Right? So the question here is when I buy food from Petronas or petrol station, I take away food subject to service tax. So how? Take note, in the F&B guide that they issue, they clarify already. Any food that you buy from all this petrol station, 7-Eleven, would not be subject to service tax if it is ready-made. Like what? Nasi lemak, ready. Yeah? So you buy, no service tax. Yeah? Mee hoon, no service tax. Or anything self-service one. Self-service means what? You walk into the petrol station, you buy a cup noodle, you add in water yourself, put in microwave yourself, no service tax lah. Why? Didn't serve to you, didn't prepare for you. Right? So even they offer to prepare for you, make sure no. If otherwise, 6%. 6%. Yeah? So anything self-service, no service tax. Anything pre-prepared, no service tax. However, what if the petrol station, some petrol station, they also sell hot dog. The hot dog is prepared one, you know. Yeah? So they prepare then serve to you. That is subject to service tax. What else? Coffee. You buy coffee. They brew the coffee for you. Not ready-made one. They brew that. Subject to service tax. Yeah? So I repeat again. Ready-made food, snacks and all that, no service tax. Yeah, because nothing is prepared for you. Yeah, self-service, no service tax. Anything that is prepared for you, whether you eat in or take away, subject to service tax. Yeah, have a look at the F&B guide. Yeah, very interesting guide. So that is the group B. Now, let's look at group C. Nightclub, yeah, health wellness center, massage parlor, private club, yeah, golf club, subject to. Now, good news, good news. Hospital. Hospital used to be subject to service tax under the old SST regime. Now, hospital, no service tax, not taxable. Yeah, which I would say follow GST lah. GST last time, hospital is healthcare. Healthcare is exempt supply one, right? But isn't it simpler compared to GST? Last time GST, hospital is exempt supply. Exempt supply very troublesome, you know. Why very troublesome? Exempt supply, input tax cannot claim. Yeah, and hospital can be a mixed supplier, have to apportion input tax. Now no such nonsense already. Yeah, exempted, not taxable means not taxable already. Yeah, nothing to claim, nothing to charge. Yeah, so but whatever your cost cannot be claimed for sure lah. Yeah, but very straightforward. Yeah, very straightforward. Now let's move on. Insurance is subject to service tax, but take note. I hope you're familiar. What is B2B? B2B means business to business. What is B2C? Business to consumer. Business to consumer, so take note. All general insurance, B2B, all general insurance, subject to service tax. Yeah? So, means what? Life insurance, no service tax lah. Life, no lah. Yeah? General insurance got, yeah? And general insurance will include what? Car insurance, property insurance. Medical insurance is also general insurance, you know. Medical is also general. Medical is not life. Yeah? Medical is also general. Yeah? So B2B, all general insurance. B2C, all general insurance except for medical. Except for medical. So if you buy, personally you buy a medical insurance, the medical insurance no service tax. Why? Personally it's B2C already, what? Business to consumer already, what? Right? So medical insurance for consumer, no service tax. Only medical. Yeah, medical insurance. Any other general insurance, still got service tax. Yeah, so this is insurance. Yeah, turnover threshold also 500,000. You see all the turnover threshold is 500,000 except for what? F&B only. Yeah, all the turnover is 500,000. Now, telecommunication and paid television. So all those Celcom, Maxis got service tax. What else? Astro got service tax. Yeah, Astro, yeah, paid TV. Now, custom agent. This very important. Custom agent means what? Serving services of clearing goods from custom control. So there are certain agents who do what? Specialize on clearing the goods for you, declaring your K1 and so forth, right? So those agents, their services subject to service tax. And take note, custom agent, no threshold. No threshold. No threshold means what? No matter what is their turnover, they would need to charge you service tax for their services. Yeah? However, only their service of clearing goods from custom control. Only that. So let's say this custom agent also provide other services. Haulage, freight services, no service tax. Only the clearance, act of clearance, good from custom control is subject to service tax. Only that. Yeah, very specific. Very specific. Yeah. Now, what else? Lawyers, accountants, surveyor, including valuers, appraiser, and estate agent, professional engineer. Take note. Last time under GST, construction services is subject to GST one, right? Service tax doesn't include construction services. Look at this. Only professional engineer. Consultancy services. Only engineer services. Yeah? So construction, no service tax. Only engineer. Yeah, only valuer. Yeah, only valuer. Yeah, so surveyor, all that is subject to. So construction services, no service tax. Yeah, architect, yes, got service tax. Architect. What else? Management services, got service tax. But management services, look at the exclusion there, which I'm going to go through in greater detail. In fact, I got a list of management services. Yeah, but look at this. What management services is excluded? Management services excluding such services provided by the developer, JMB, MC, to the owner of the building, held under strata title. So means what? If you pay management fee to JMB, MC for strata building, like what? Shopping complex, yeah, a condominium, no service tax, strata title. Yeah. Now, what about those JMB, MC managing terrace house? Got service tax lah. Yeah, because not strata title, must be stratified title. Yeah, and take note, does it have to be residential or commercial? Anything. Whether it's residential or commercial, no service tax if it is stratified title building. Yeah, so any type of property, commercial or residential. Last time in GST, the exemption is only for residential building, residential property, right? Now it's both residential and commercial. Yeah, exclude asset and fund managers. Asset and fund managers are also excluded. Yeah, excluded. So this is the services. I will go into greater detail because some of you will say project management, project coordination. What is that? I will highlight that to you later. Yeah. In fact, I got a detailed list here. Yeah, it's here. We'll go through that later. Now, let's go through the next one. Consultancy services, subject to service tax. Consultancy. Employment agency, subject to service tax. Employment agency. Recruitment agency. Headhunter, all those are subject to service tax. Private agency, providing guard or protection or security services, subject to service tax. Parking operator. Operator of motor vehicle service or repair center or provider of motor vehicle service and repair. So all those car workshop, got service tax lah. Yeah? And they spell out what are the services. Provision of general servicing, engine repair, tuning, changing, adjusting, fixing parts, wheel balancing, wheel alignment, body repair, including knocking, welding, repainting of motor vehicle. So all this are considered taxable. Yeah? Now, I will go into greater detail afterwards. Don't worry. Yeah? Go into greater detail. What else? Courier services. Hire and drive passenger motor vehicle. When you rent a motor vehicle, yeah, subject to service tax. Advertising, subject to. Credit card, as I mentioned to you. Yeah, credit and charge card, subject to. Yeah. So what else? Betting and gaming. Yeah. Yeah, betting and gaming, subject to. What else? Transmission, distribution, electricity provider. No, electricity, good news. Only electricity B to C is subject to service tax. What is B to C? Tenaga Nasional supply electricity to your home. There is service tax if your consumption is more than 600 units a month. Better than GST. Last time GST is 300. Now it's 600, double. Yeah? So it means what? You're a high consumer lah. Every day on your aircon one. And that will be subject to service tax. Yeah? So you don't on aircon lah. Yeah? So, yeah, high consumer, subject to. Now, B to B, no service tax. B to B means what? Tenaga Nasional supply electricity to your office. Supply electricity to your factory. No service tax. Only B to C. Only B to C. Yeah? So one cost reduction already lah. Yeah? Electricity in your factory, electricity in your office, no service tax. Last time got GST. Now no service tax. Yeah? No service tax. So only B to C. Yeah? Only B to C. Now, what else? Airline, I've covered that. Airline, domestic flight. Yeah? IT services, subject to. Yeah, subject to. So these are the services. Now, let's go into detail. Management services, these are the services. Taxable services. These are the non-taxable services, and I would like to highlight to you particularly on management services to company within the same group. Yeah, so within the same group, not taxable. Question, what is the meaning of within the same group? Yeah, what is the meaning within the same group? Look at this. It is inside the service tax regulation. Service tax regulation. So what is the criteria to be considered the two companies is within the same group? Yeah? So why do I say two companies? First company charge the second company management fee. Yeah? So that management fee, no service tax if, number one, the first and the second company must be more than 50% related. Shareholding, share capital, more than 50%. Yeah? First company holds directly, indirectly through subsidiary, together indirectly from subsidiary, more than 50% of the issue share of the second mentioned company. So means what? Very clear. The relationship between the two companies must be established by shareholding, and must be via company. So means what? If you tell me, the two companies, common director, for service tax purposes, not within the group. Yeah? Number two, one individual own 100% of the 5 companies. 5 companies. Yeah? 5 companies. So, all the 5 companies, is it within the group? No. Why? Because the 5 companies is not connected by a company. It's connected by individual. Not counted. Must be a holding company at the top. Yeah? Holding company at the top. Must be via company. Yeah? So number 1, must be more than 50%. Number 2, if it is less than 50, must be between 20% to 50. 20 to 50. So number 1 is more than 50 lah. Yeah? Number 2, if it is less than 50, must be 20 to 50, but additional condition. If it is 20 to 50, there's an additional condition. What is the additional condition? It says here, from 20 to 50% of the issue share capital of the second mentioned company, and the first mentioned company has exercisable power to appoint, remove all or a majority of the directors in the board of directors of the second mentioned company. Then only is considered within the group. So means what? You have a control over the composition of the director lah. You can appoint, yeah, you can appoint or you can remove majority of the directors. Yeah, so even though less than 50, but you have control over the board of the directors, composition of board of directors, that is also considered within a group. Yeah, so this is something that they have actually confirmed, intergroup. Yeah, and take note, just this morning, they have issued a guide, if not mistaken, under professional services. Yeah, the guide under professional services further complicate the issue. It says what? Let's say you are a holding company. I provide management services to my subsidiary. So by right, no service tax. Right? No service tax. Why? More than 50% related. Yeah. However, what if this holding company also provides services to outsiders? Provide services to outsiders. Since you provide services to outsider, providing services to outsider is taxable service. Yeah, the exemption is only for within the group. Right? So if you provide to outsiders, because of you providing services to outsiders, your provision of services to your subsidiary would also be subject to service tax. So means what? You provide to within your group, just limit it to within your group. Yeah? The moment you also provide to outsiders, everything subject to service tax already. Yeah? Set up another company to provide service to outsiders lah. Yeah? Why want to do it in the same company? Yeah? So if the same company, the moment you provide to outsiders as well, your services within the group also subject to. Yeah? So it's inside the gap. Yeah, it's inside the gap. So this is intergroup services. Yeah, under professional services. Yeah, professional services. Now, let's move on. IT, these are the IT services that is subject to. Yeah, anything relating to software. Yeah, software subject to. Anything to do with cloud usage, yeah, subscription of data center is subject to. However, anything to do with hardware, not subject to. Hardware, yeah? Now, let's say, in providing IT services, I also sell the laptop. I also sell the CPU. The CPU is hardware, what? No service tax, yeah? Because those are sale of hardware, yeah? But whenever you come to software, you'll be subject to, yeah? Software subject to, yeah? IT services, IT services. So, to summarize, you see, the scope of GST and service tax also big difference. Last time, under GST, basically it covers 64% or 65% of the services. Now in service tax, only 43%. Yeah? And only taxable service only. What other difference? Last time, rental income, also subject to service tax one, right? What else? Construction service, also subject to service tax, right? And F&B, in GST, turnover is 500,000, right? Now, the turnover threshold has been increased to 1 million. Yeah, so that is the big difference between GST and service tax. Now, let's move on. Taxable person, yeah, must be registered. Now, all this registration is the same. Huh? You can be registered compulsory or voluntarily. Now, take note. Under sales tax just now, earlier on, I explained to you why would one want to be voluntary registered for sales tax. Sales tax, I want to be voluntary registered so that I can claim sales tax exemption on my raw material. Remember the Schedule C exemption? Yeah? Service tax. Would you want to be voluntary registered? No. No benefit at all. No benefit because this is not GST. Yeah? Service tax, if you voluntarily register, it doesn't give you any benefit at all. Yeah? Why? Service tax back got input tax credit claim. Yeah? Service tax back got sales tax exemption. Schedule C exemption is only for registered manufacturer. Yeah? Service tax is not a manufacturer. Yeah? So no benefit. Of course, yeah, the voluntary registration is there. So that, let's say, you want to be a good taxpayer in Malaysia. Even though no need to register, you want to register, want to collect tax for the government, no one can stop you. Yeah? By all means do that. Yeah? So, but no benefit at all. Yeah? No benefit. Not like sales tax just now. Now, let's move on. Registration, the same thing. Automatic registration or manual registration. Yeah, I've shown you that, right? Custom may have registered you automatically. Yeah? Or didn't, then you have to do registration yourself. Yeah? And the effective date is still the same. 1st September, 1st October. Same. Yeah? Yeah? So this is the registration, which I've covered earlier on. I won't go into detail. And how they notify you, also the same thing. They will send you email. Yeah? Email. Now, however, need to highlight this to you. For service tax purposes, there is such thing called branch registration, which is a lot more convenient. What is branch registration? Let's say, I am a KFC franchise holder. KFC. KFC has got so many branches, even in Klang Valley itself, Yeah? Whole Malaysia. So do you imagine if, let's say, I'm the franchise holder, I got 1,000 branches, I can only register one registration. That means every 2 months, I have to consolidate that 1,000 branch and submit one service tax return. Impossible, right? Therefore, you can have branch registration. That means even though your branches is under one company, the branches can register separately with custom and submit service tax return separately based on branch. Yeah, so that is the facility allowed in service tax. Only service tax. Sales tax cannot. Only service tax. Yeah, yeah. So this is the facility allowed. Yeah, but of course, service tax also they don't allow group registration. Yeah, no group registration, only branch registration. Yeah, but take note, that's spelled out in section 17. What is the criteria for you to qualify for branch registration? A, you must justify to custom that it's very difficult for you to submit a single return in respect of all your branches, yeah, because of logistics and so forth. Yeah. 2, each branch or division must maintain separate account. Separate account. Each branch or division must be separately identifiable by reference to your nature of activity. Maybe each branch carry out different kind of business one. Yeah, or each branch is at different location. Yeah, that's why you need a branch registration. Yeah, and however, even though each of the branch are registered separately, submit service tax return separately, but all the branches must have the same taxable period. The 2 months must be the same taxable period. Yeah, so this is